Hello, so I'm in the middle of doing a series on Sun Salutations, and so last week I did one on a pretty basic Sun Salutation, and this time we're going to add on to that and bring in some other movements. And we'll just keep adding on to it as we go. We'll teach you a bunch of different versions that you can try out for yourself and see how they work for you. So for this one, just a couple of things. One, you don't need a yoga mat. They can be nice because the reason they're called sticky mats is because your hands and your feet don't slide. So if I were going to do this on the wood or on a blanket or something, my hands can either slide or the blanket can slide on the floor. So that's what's nice about having a yoga mat, but you don't need one. So I often am traveling and I don't have a yoga mat, so I'll just use a towel. And it creates more strength when you have to hold yourself. So there's something nice about not having the stickiness of the mat where you have to use your muscles a little bit more. So no need for a yoga mat, and if you have one, you're welcome to use it. So if you're using a yoga mat, you'll stand up at the front of the mat. Otherwise, you just want to have enough space behind you that you can move. I'll teach the movements first, and then we'll go into coordinating with the breath. So you'll reach the arms up. Good, you can look up if that feels okay on your neck, otherwise look straight forward. And then you'll fold. Again, your knees can be quite bent. You can even have your elbows on your thighs, you can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor. Let your head relax completely. And then you're gonna come up halfway. So again, you don't wanna come up with a rounded spine, you wanna come up with a long spine. So reach the crown of your head away from your tailbone and allow the back of your neck to be long. So you're gonna look and way forward. And then we'll fold. From here, we're gonna come to hands and knees. So you'll have your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're gonna do a few rounds of cat and cow. So as you inhale, you're gonna let your belly go towards the floor and look up. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin. And we'll just do 3 rounds of that. So the next inhale, you're gonna shift back to child's pose. So your hips can come towards your heels, your belly can come towards your thighs. Your head can either stack your hands or your fists, or you can bring your head all the way down to the ground. A couple things with child's pose I just wanna mention. If it doesn't work for your knees, doesn't work for your belly, doesn't work for your chest, there's lots of reasons that child's pose is considered a resting pose. But it can feel pretty uncomfortable if you've got stuff going on in your body that it's not that comfortable for you. So, a couple of options for child's pose. One is to take your knees wide. That'll give your belly and your chest a little bit more room. If this is painful on your knees, one, you can skip it. Stick with either cat and cow. And even if being on your knees does not work for you, put a blanket underneath them for more support. The last version, it's a little awkward to get in and out of it in a Sun Salutation flow, but if you wanted to, you're more than welcome to try this. It's just an upside down child's pose, where you come onto your back, and you bring your knees in, and grab behind the thighs or in front of the shins. And it's essentially the same pose, but there's less pressure on your knees. So I just want to give you those options if those are beneficial. So it'll be in child's pose, any version. You could also keep your hips kind of high, almost like in between child's pose and dog, if that would feel better. All right, after a couple breaths in child's pose, we're going to come back to hands and knees, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up towards the sky into downward facing dog. So from downward dog, we're going to take the right leg, bring it up towards the sky, and then you're going to take that foot through the hands. So it might go a little bit, it might go all the way up. You can also use your hand the spine long, and then fold and come all the way up to standing. Look up if that's okay, and exhale. Release the hands, and just take a moment for a pause. All right, we're gonna do the second round with the breath, so we'll go a little bit faster. As you inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the head relax. Inhale, come up halfway, get long in your spine, back of the neck is long. Exhale, fold, step back to hands and knees. Inhale, cow, belly low. Exhale, dog. Inhale, cow. Exhale, dog. Inhale, cow. Exhale, dog. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Take a full round of breath here. Inhale, back to hands and knees. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips into dog. Inhale, take let's do the left leg. Inhale, take the left leg up. Exhale, bring it through between the hands, however that happens for you. Exhale, bring the other foot forward. Inhale, get long in your spine, reach the crown of the head forward, reach the sit bones back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, release the hands. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more total, 1 on each side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, step back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Full breath round. On your inhale, back to hands and knees. Exhale, back to duck. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, bring it through between the hands. Inhale, other foot steps forward. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, release the hands. This last one, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot back. Right foot back, all fours. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. 2 more. After your next inhale, you can stay here. You can come into that puppy dog pose in between child's pose and dog. Shift back to full child's pose. Full breath round. Inhale, back to hands and knees. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, walk the feet forward. However you do that. Inhale, get long in the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, release the hands. And standing in mountain pose or Tadasana, your eyes open or closed. And as we went through these few rounds of this version of a Sun Salutation, Surya Namaskar, what do you notice in your body? What do you notice in your breath and your energy? My breath's moving a little faster and I feel like energy's moving through my body a little more. You might notice something else. And what are you noticing in the mind? And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your questions, what you observed, and thanks for practicing with me.